Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. How are you?
Fine. Con un poquito de sueñito.
A little bit sleepy. Okay. Yes, probably the weather, right? It's great weather to sleep. Okay, but today we have continued with the class. Okay, let me go back. First, okay. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes for the rest of them. If they do not connect, we're going to start because it's early. Okay. Okay, guys, so we're going to start. Maybe the rest of the students join later. Okay, yesterday, as you remember, we were studying with two important expressions. Do you remember what was them? What was?
There is,
Uh-huh.
there are.
Yes, exactly. There is and there are. That was basically yesterday a topic, right, that we have. There is and there are. And today I want to show you another one that's also important. That would be how to classify countables and uncountable nouns. So let me show you this. Okay, in this exercise, you have to tell me if it is countable, it means you can count it, or is that is uncountable. Okay, let's start with the first one. Okay, let's see, what about ice cream? Countable or uncountable? What do you think?
¿Qué, teacher?
Yes?
¿Qué es cada uno? Perdón.
Which one?
¿Qué
Countable
es
or uncountable?
countable? Ajá.
Okay, countable, something that you can count. It means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And uncountable is something that you cannot count. For example, water. I cannot count water.
Ah,
Just look it. Mm-hmm.
ok.
Okay. Now let's try it again. Give me a second. I will open the exercise again. Okay, now yes. Tell me, what about grapes? Countable or uncountable?
Countable.
They are countable. Okay. Now, what about jelly?
Uncountable.
Uncountable. What about chicken wings?
Los
Count-
chicken wings son contables o incontables. Contable, ¿verdad?
Countable. Yes, countable.
Contable.
Yes.
Soy
Countable.
That was, oh, the previous, right?
de cheese es incontable, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Coffee,
Coffee, it passed.
Uncountable.
ice cream,
Ice cream,
Uncountable.
uncountable. Yes. What about biscuits or cookie?
Countable.
Countable. You can count it. Okay, pretty good. Now, let me try it again because we have more vocabulary in the same exercise. Okay, guys. Okay, jelly, you told me uncountable. Yes. Then butter,
Uncountable.
uncountable. You cannot count it. Bread?
Countable.
No, that's
No, uncountable. Ah,
yes. Okay, it's in English it's uncountable. I will show you why. French fries,
countable.
countable. Okay. Macaroni,
Countable.
countable. Okay. Hamburger,
Countable.
was countable. Oil,
Uncountable.
uncountable. Yes. What about cake?
Countable.
Countable. Could be both. Okay, it's pretty good. So, in this first exercise, I just want to show you some vocabulary, and that will be today's topic. We're going to study the countable and uncountable nouns. I want to show you some rules and how you can identify which is the correct category for each noun. Okay, so to start with this, I will ask to Armando, help me to read. Countable noun.
Countable nouns. These are nouns we can count.
For example, help me with examples.
We can count banana, a banana, orange, and some bananas and orange is
Yes. Yes, exactly. So basically, like the girl in the picture, she's counting her fingers. So it means something countable. It's easy for me to count it. I can say 1 banana, 2 bananas, 5 bananas. 1 orange, 2 orange, 10 orange. And it's not difficult for us to count it. And the uncountable nouns is the opposite. Carla, help me to read.
Good night, teacher.
Hello.
These are not weekend count. Solo que leyera me dijo.
Yes. Sorry. For example,
Some water.
some water. Okay, what could be another example? Something that is difficult to count.
No podemos contar. For example.
What about sugar?
The rice.
Rice. Exactly. Miriam, you want to say something?
The milk, the butter.
Milk. The butter, yes, exactly. All those things are so difficult to count. Yes, pretty good, guys. As Carla say, sugar, rice, and medium, butter, and milk. Yes, we cannot count them. So they are uncountable nouns. Pretty good. Now, I will show you these pictures. I will ask you, and you have to tell me if they are countable or uncountable. Okay, Miriam say milk is?
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Milk uncountable.
Yes, pretty good. What about pasta? Let me ask Armando.
countable.
Sure?
Yes.
No, that's uncountable.
Okay.
Yes, you cannot count it. Yes, like you can count one plate, right? One plate of pasta. That's countable. But you are counting the plate, no the pasta. So that's the difference. Then Patty, what about grapes?
Countable.
They are countable. Let's see. Yes, they are countable. Okay, now Alexa, what about eggs?
Countable.
They are countable? Yes, exactly. Now Beatriz, what about banana?
Countable.
Okay. Then Carla, onion?
Onion is countable.
Countable.
It's countable. Yes, exactly. Now let's see. Spacing. Mitzi, orange?
Countable, teacher.
That will be countable. Yes, exactly. Let's see. Janet, what about bread? What do you think?
Countable.
It's countable? Sure?
Uncountable.
That's uncountable. Yes. To be honest, guys, could be both. Could be both at the same time. Then I will explain you why, but could be both. Okay. Now let's see, Salvador. What about butter?
Teacher.
Mhm.
For example, en bread sería, ¿cómo se dice? Pieza.
A
Bread,
slice? A slice? Or
como por ejemplo una porción de pan. ¿Cómo se diría?
well, that could be a slice.
Mm,
A slice of bread. Yes. That could be. That's why it could be both, but also because you can divide it. When you buy it, you can divide it in many pieces as you want. So if I sell you a bread, like the loaf, the complete bread, and you are at your home and you want to share it with your family, you will cut it in as many slices that you want. So I cannot say how many slices you will cut on that bread. So that's why it's countable and it's uncountable at the same time because you can cut it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now, Salvador, what is butter?
Uncountable.
It's uncountable, yes, because it's creamy, yes. So that's uncountable. Now, Tatiana, what about tomato?
Countable.
That's countable. Let's see, Miriam, what about cucumber?
Countable.
It's,
Countable.
yes, it's countable. Alexa, sugar?
Cucumber.
Uncountable.
It's uncountable, definitely. And Beatriz, carrot.
Countable.
It's countable. Yes. Let's see. Janet, coconut.
Countable.
It's countable. Yes, exactly. That's accountable. Now, Mitzi, what about water?
Uncountable, teacher.
It's uncountable. And let's see, Patty, what about rice?
Uncountable.
It's uncountable.
Uncountable.
Exactly, guys. So as you can see, some of them is easy to identify if you have countable, and some of them it's a little bit tricky because maybe in Spanish for us they are countable. But that's why I want to show you. That's what I want to show you today. So today's topic, guys, as you can see, countable and uncountable nouns. And also I want to show you how to use how much and how many. Okay, so let me with this one. Let's see. I will ask Miriam. Tell me to read, please.
Okay. Countable nouns are things you can count, meaning you can use numbers. To countable them, there are 3 bananas. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. There is apple singular. There are 2 apples plural.
Okay, thanks. Pretty good. So yes, guys, when you talk about countable nouns, they could be both plural or singular. And it's depend of you if you want to talk about one thing or many things. That's the reason why, or that depends on you, sorry. And we have this is an important rule. Most of the time when you use a or n, I throw the post-it. When you talk about a or n, you only focus on the spelling and you have to focus on the sound of the words. It means the pronunciation, not the spelling or the way that you write the word. You have to focus on the phonetic, the sound. Okay, let me with this one. Carla, help me to read, please.
Sorry, teacher, está comiendo. Ahorita.
Okay, sorry.
A and have the same meaning. A and an are indefinite articulates. The difference depends of the sound at the beginning of the next word. When the next word starts with a consonant sound, A, todo.
Sorry.
A book, a car, a dog, a frog, a lemon, a truck. When the next word starts with a vowel sound, an apple, an egg, an insect, an orange, an umbrella, an actor.
Okay, pretty good. Thanks, Carla. Okay, guys. So this one, I know that you can see the consonants and you can see the vowels because it's the way that you spell something. But it has some exceptions. Some exceptions according to the sound, not according to the writing, to the spelling, sorry. It's according to the sound. Okay, let's see the exceptions. I will ask to Mitzi. Help me to read, please. Be careful, it says. Okay, Mitzi.
Okay.
Yes. Mitzi.
Okay. It's the sound of the letter is important. A house, but an hour. An uncle, but a university. The at the beginning of hour is silent. And the U at the beginning of university sounds like you.
Yes, exactly that. So that's why I told you in the previous slide, thank you, Mitzi, that you have to focus, okay, that you have to focus on the phonetic. It means the sound of the words and not on the spelling. Why? Because like in Spanish, letter H is silent. It doesn't have sound. In English, happen the same. You can say a house, it sounds, have a sound because it's not a O. No, you say house. But what happened with the next? It's not hour, it's hour. Hour. It means letter H is silent. So that's why you cannot say hour because two vowels together, it's impossible to pronounce that. So you say an hour. Even letter H is a consonant. The same happened with uncle and university. An uncle, it's a vowel sound. An uncle. But what happened with the next word? It sounds like you, like the personal pronoun you. Do not say university. You university. So they are exceptions. When you find silent letter H, you say an. And when you find you, like the letter U, like you, the pronoun, you say a university. But be careful because sometimes you have some letter U and it doesn't sound like you. For example, if I ask you, let's see, no, Miriam, how do you pronounce this?
An umbrella.
It's not your umbrella, right? No.
No.
No. So some of them sounds like umbrella, but sometimes you have university. For example, another uniform is you. So you cannot say an uniform, you say a uniform. So that's the difference. That's why focus on the sound, not on the way that you spell it. No nos enfoquemos solo en la escritura de las palabras, también en el sonido que tienen. Porque a veces por eso ponemos a o an y están mal las posiciones, está mal el determinante porque we don't focus on the sound. Okay. So guys,
Es más la pronunciación, ¿verdad?
yes, exactly. That's the point. The rule is about pronunciation. Esa regla es de pronunciación, más que de spelling, que ortografía, escritura. Yes. Okay. Then we have the countable nouns. Yesterday we have there is and there are. I will ask to, let's see, Janet, help me to read. Countable nouns. Janet? Are you there? Are you not there? Okay, who else? Any volunteer?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
With countable nouns, you can use there is and there are, depending if you refer to singular or plural. On other words, if you refer, no sé cómo se dice eso, teacher. Refer to one or many, for example, there is an apple in the bag, singular on one apple. There is no apples, singular apple. There is many apples in the bag, plural many apples. There are some cookies on the table, plural some cookies. There aren't any cookies, plural cookies.
Yes, exactly. So you can use both, guys. There is and there are. Depend on what you say. If you say one apple, there is an apple. But if you want to talk about two apples, you will say there are. There are two apples. So there's not a problem. And you can use both of them. Okay. But then we have the uncountables. Uncountables, you cannot count it. For example, ideas, I cannot count ideas. Abstract qualities, for example, love, that is an abstract quality because you only can feel it, you only can perceive it, but I cannot see it, I cannot touch it. So that's a abstract quality. And objects that are too small to count, for example, sugar, rice, beans, something else that could be liquids, gases, and powder. You cannot count it because they are so tiny. So they only can be singular. You cannot become them plural because it's so difficult to count them. Okay, I want you to focus on the last part. This, uncountable nouns are only singular. There is rice in the kitchen, it's correct. But if I say there are rices in the kitchen, it's not correct. I cannot say it. Rices doesn't exist. Just rice. Milks, no. Just milk. Waters, it doesn't exist. Just water. Okay? So, according that structure or that rule, we have this one. I will ask Mitzi, help me to read uncountable nouns. Let's see, Mitzi.
Okay, teacher. With uncountable noun, you can only use there is because with uncountable nouns, you only refer to singular conception. For example, there is a lot of butter in the fridge, singular, butter, not butters. There is some oil at home, singular, juice, not juices. There isn't any bread, singular, bread, not breads.
Yes, okay, thank you. There will be oil, not oils. I don't know what I put juice. Okay, is oil, not oils. Yes, because they cannot be plural, right? Because they are uncountable. So you only use there is, not there are. Okay, guys. So now to continue with this, tell me, what did we study yesterday? What was the two expressions? What did we study yesterday? What? What was it? Any volunteer? What was yesterday? Okay,
There are
exactly. We already mentioned there is and there are. Okay, now if I ask you, there is, can be used with countable, yes or no?
there is only singular.
But just with uncountable or with countable too?
It's countable.
With both. There is can be used with countable and uncountable. Exactly.
I say for oil.
But it's for singular, as you say, but can be used in both. Now, what happened with the next? There are.
There are for plural.
They are countable.
If
Two or more.
it's for uncountable things, for uncountable nouns, or just for countable?
Both.
Sure. Sure that is for both?
Para los dos, ¿verdad, teacher?
No.
No, no es para incontable y countable.
No.
Ah, no, para countable.
Just for countable. There is it for both. Because you can say there is an apple and there is water. There is some water. Apple is countable and is singular. Water is uncountable, so it cannot be plural. So there is could be used for both countable and uncountable. And there are is just for which one?
Uncountable.
Uncountable? Countable.
Countable.
Countable. There are 5 orange. There are children in the park. There are what could be cookies in the jar. But with uncountable, I cannot say there are some water. It's not possible. Just there is. Okay, guys. So I want to show you how can you identify the category about when can I know or how can I know when something is uncountable? Because I know that sometimes it's confusing and some things in Spanish for us, they are countable, but in English, they become bold or they become uncountable and it's a mess. So according to these categories, you will know if something is countable or uncountable. Okay, something important, guys. Most of the time, we use food in this topic because it's the easy way to show you that if you can count it or you cannot. But when you talk about nouns, they could be anything, every single thing that has a name. If I show you noun, let's see. If I ask you, what is a noun? Could be people, places, and things. The three of them. People, places, and things. So, the first category of uncountable nouns are liquids and creamy substance. Okay, I will ask to Vivian, give me 3 examples. Could be the same that we have in the chart or could be another. 3 examples of liquid or creamy substance.
Teacher, casi no le escuché.
Okay, 3 examples of liquids
Okay, Miriam Guadalupe.
and creamy substance.
Espérame que creo que tengo problemas con el audio. Espérame.
Okay. Okay, don't worry. I will ask someone else. Patty, give me 3 examples. Just the names.
Puede
Just,
ser los que están ahí o tengo que
yeah,
decirlo yo. Ah, sí.
no, could be.
Juice, juice, milk, yogurt.
Okay, yes. So guys, as you can see, they are creamy or they are liquids. Every single creamy substance or liquid in English, they are uncountable because you need a measuring unit to know the specific quantity. So that's why. That could be tea, lemonade, wine, oil, ketchup, ice cream, all of them. Okay, thanks, Patty. Now, let's see. Alexa, what about materials? Give me 3 examples.
Glass, plastic, and silver.
Yes, pretty good. Okay, materials. What are they? Uncountable. Because when you are building something, when you are preparing something, you cannot determine how much will you use about that material. So that's why they are uncountable. Okay. Then we have the ECS, that the substance is smaller than a bean. So they are so tiny to be counted. Let's see, Vladimir, give me 3 examples.
Okay, for example, rice, beans, and soil.
Okay, pretty good. So if something is smaller than a bean, definitely it's uncountable. But if something is bigger than a bean, that is countable. It's the opposite. Like the clue could be the bean. If that is bigger than, it's countable. This is smaller than, it's uncountable. Uncountable. Okay. And now let's see. Okay, Miriam, help me with cases. What happened with cases? You give me 3 examples.
Okay. Sería smoke, CO2, and air.
Yes, exactly. Okay, with this, guys, what happened with cases? You cannot see it, so you cannot touch it. So I cannot say, right, they are uncountable. I cannot see the specific quantity. So every single thing like cases, it becomes uncountable, of course. Then you have abstract quality, something that maybe you can listen, but you cannot touch, or you can think about it, but you cannot see, or a mix of them. You cannot see it, you cannot take it, and like touch it, but you can feel it, but you cannot listen to it. Like love, for example. They are abstract nouns. Okay, I will ask to Carla, give me 3 examples.
For example, de los que están aquí, teacher.
Yes, could be. You can use them.
Air, oxygen, smoke.
Abstract.
No, it's abstract. The next.
Sorry. Hail, hunger, power, music.
Okay, pretty good. Yes. So guys, all of them, we cannot touch it, or we cannot see it. You cannot smell it. You only can feel it. So that's why they are abstract qualities, abstract nouns. So definitely another category that you have like uncountable. Okay, the next one, please pay attention because this is the tricky one for us that we speak Spanish, because most of the time they are countable for us in Spanish. Okay, you have something that you can cut. It means you can divide it in different pieces or slices, and something that you can measure. Okay, when you have something that you can count, you can cut, sorry, it's uncountable because if you bite it and you want to divide it in more pieces, slices, you can do it. That's why. Bread. If you buy a loaf of bread, like this one, let me show you. If you buy a bread like this, like a loaf, that is a loaf, like the whole bread, that is one bread. But when you are at home, you will not eat it like that bread, like the whole bread, like the whole loaf. You will cut it at home to share with your family, with your husband, your kids. Right. So you will cut that bread like this. You cut slices. When you cut the slices, you will cut as many you want. And I'm not going to know how many slices you cut about it. So that's why every single thing that you can cut it, it's uncountable in English. Like bread, like a cake, like pizza, like, what else? Cheese and chocolate. And when you talk about food that is raw, like meat, chicken, fish, pork, all of them, you have to measure to say 1 pound, 2 pounds. So that's why they are uncountable. They could be both. Countable, bread, for example, could be countable or could be uncountable. The same happened with cake. One cake, but when you divide it, it's not countable, right? So that's why. And you have an extra, like another category. They are extra nouns that I want to show you. For example, information, money, advice, luggage, traffic, the accommodation, the furniture at home, the cash, and the last one that is, I cannot see, the time, they are uncountable. Yes, the time, they are uncountable. So I don't know if at the moment, do you have questions about it? Questions? Any question, guy?
No question.
No question?
Teacher, Siempre con respecto al, siempre con respecto al pan, disculpe, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
Por ejemplo, usted nos daba el ejemplo de un pan, pero
Ajá.
que se necesita cortar en pedazos. Vaya. Por
Yes.
ejemplo, como nosotros pudiéramos expresar en el caso del pan francés, que viene por unidades.
Okay. But that could be accountable.
¿Verdad? Ahí sí
Mhm.
sería countable.
In that situation, yes, it's countable because it's tiny, but could be both. But what about if you need like, you say, let me show you something.
Pero el
Ajá.
pan francés es muy originario quizás de un país, ¿verdad? Porque, por ejemplo, en otros países no, o sea, ¿cómo se dice en inglés pan francés?
No, that is water bread. Mhm.
Ujú, ¿verdad?
Like water bread. But what about if you have a water bread and you want this? Bread crumbs. I can do it
Ah,
with a bread water. So
ujú.
that's why every single type of bread, it's comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time.
Ajá. Sería
Yeah.
como pan casero.
No, this one,
No.
this, pan rallado.
Ajá. Ah, pan
No,
rallado.
bread crumbs. What happens if you need bread crumbs? ¿Qué pasa si necesitamos pan rallado? I can
Mm,
do it with a water bread. Lo puedo hacer con un pan francés. So that's
ujú.
why every single time bread, por eso es que todo el tipo de pan se nos convierte al mismo tiempo en dos, en contable o en incontable. Ujú.
Es cierto.
Yes. So that's
Gracias.
why.
Me
Okay.
gran duda con el pan.
Yes, I know. It's tricky. It's complicated. Vaya, acá
¿Qué tal
con...
que algún día me toque, teacher, decir, ¿verdad? Que quiero pan francés.
That's the problem. One question that every student have, if I buy a pizza in a restaurant, I will ask, I want a pizza or I want pizza. What could be the correct? What do you think? Ah, mhm.
A pizza.
A pizza. Yes, I would like a pizza. Because when you buy it, you buy the whole pizza. Cuando la compramos, compramos la unidad entera. Se
Ujú.
nos vuelve incontable hasta el momento que llegamos a casa. Somos, la pizza es para 8 personas y somos 10. La tengo que dividir en más porciones para que alcance. That's the
O
idea.
por ejemplo, cuando uno la va a ordenar, ¿verdad? Quiere decir one pizza, a pizza de 8 porciones, por ejemplo.
I want
¿Verdad?
8 slices pizza. Yes.
Ujú.
Yes, in that case. So that's why this is tricky, but could be both at the same time. Por eso es que pueden ser los dos al mismo tiempo. Ujú. Okay. Okay. Another question, guys? Tell me, do you have another question? Or no?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. Now, to practice a little bit with countables and uncountables, I will show you these and I will ask you. Now, according to the category that you already know, I wanted to ask you if you classify correctly this food. Okay. If I ask, okay, Vivian, help me with the first one. Burger, what do you think? Is countable or uncountable?
Countable burger. Ujú.
Yes, that will be countable. Pretty good. Armando, what about rice?
Uncountable.
It's uncountable. Pretty good because it's too tiny to be counted. Now, Alexa, what about salt?
Uncountable.
It's uncountable. Pretty good. Now, Vladimir, what about sausages?
Uncountable.
It's sure that's uncountable?
What is it? Short? What?
Yes. Sausages?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
They're uncountable because it's meat. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay, now Carla, what about banana? Carla, are you there? I think no. Miriam, what about banana?
Banana is countable.
It's countable, yes. Tatiana, what about sandwich?
Countable.
It's countable, pretty good. Salvador, what about ham? Ham? What could be ham?
Jamón.
Mm-hmm. And it's countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
It's uncountable because you have to measure exactly. Now, let's see peanuts. Peanuts. What will be peanuts?
Es maní, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
Uncountable.
It's uncountable, sure. Is it smaller than a bean?
Uncountable.
No, in this case, it's countable.
Countable.
Yes, because it's
Porque
bigger.
son grandes, ¿verdad?
Yes,
Lo que
exactly.
explicó es cierto. Sí.
Yes, it's big, yes. Okay, now, Janet, meat. Okay, that's good. Janet, what about meat?
Teacher, espéreme que no veo bien porque la pantalla se me hizo chiquita.
Okay.
Ahorita voy, espéreme. ¿Cuál es? Meat.
Meat. Mhm.
No sé qué es. Es como
Mm,
mermelada. No.
No.
Carne.
Ajá.
Carne.
Un countable.
Yes, it's uncountable. Meat in general, meat. Yes, it's uncountable. Okay, now Armando, what about cream?
Cream is uncountable.
It's uncountable. Yes. Okay. Then Mitzi, what about apple juice?
Uncountable, teacher.
Yes, pretty good. It's uncountable. Now, let's see. Alexa, what about plum?
Countable.
It's countable? Yes. Okay. Do you know the meaning of plum, guys? What is plum? It's a fruit.
No sé qué.
What is it?
Ciruela.
Yes.
Melocotón.
No. The first one
Ciruela.
that you say, yes, that one. That's a plum. So yes, it's countable. That's Alexa said. Okay, now let's
¿Y
see.
se pronuncia?
Plum.
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 Yes.
Sí.
Okay. Vladimir, what about yogurt?
Yogurt is uncountable.
Yes, definitely. It's uncountable. Now, Tatiana, what about coffee?
Uncountable.
Which one? Sorry?
Uncountable.
Yes, uncountable. Now, let's see. Mitzi, what about pineapple?
Countable, teacher.
Yes, it's countable because it's big. Yes. Carla, what about tomato?
Tomato is countable.
It's countable. Very good. Now let's see. Beatriz, tell me biscuit. Biscuit is the same of cookie.
Is countable.
It's countable. Yes. What is the difference between biscuit and cookie? Biscuit is in British English and cookie is in American English, but they are exactly the same. Biscuit and cookie. Okay. Okay.
Es lo mismo.
Yes. Let me show you if I can. Biscuit and cookie is the same. Biscuits, they call it in British English, like in United Kingdom. But in American English, yes, just say cookies. Mhm. That's the difference. Okay. But whatever, biscuit or cookie, they are countable. Yes. Now, okay. Janet, tell me, potato.
It's countable.
Yes, it's countable. Pretty good. Now let's see, Armando, what about cheese?
Cheese is uncountable.
It's uncountable. Exactly. Now let's listen to Alexa. What about tea?
Uncountable.
It's uncountable. Now let's see, Miriam. What about grape?
Countable.
It's countable. Grapes are countable. Yes.
Great.
Vladimir, water.
Water.
Water uncountable. Uncountable.
Yes, it's uncountable. Pretty good. Patty, what about mushroom?
Uncountable.
Sure. They are bigger than a bean.
Es countable. Sí, es countable.
Yes, that would be count.
Son hongos, ¿verdad? Ajá, sí,
Yes,
sí.
exactly. Yes, they could be countable. Okay, now Mitzi, what about cherry?
Countable, teacher.
It's countable. Okay. And they are missing two. Which one is the countable? Pear juice or pasta? What do you think? Or any of them? Any of them?
Yeah.
Which one?
Both.
Both? What happened?
They are uncountable.
They are uncountable. Okay, that's good. So it means that we have one that is not correct in the uncountable. What could be? Any idea?
Pasta is countable and pear juice is uncountable.
No, actually both are uncountable.
Sería pear juice uncountable and pasta countable.
No, we have to change
No.
one. Both are uncountable.
Las dos son countable.
Las dos son uncountable. Yes. So it
Es que
means that we have one mistake. Ajá.
Usted juega con nuestra mente porque solo un espacio había ahí.
That's the idea. Okay. We have to change one. And it's okay, I will give you a clue. It's related to meat. Está en relación a la comida, a la carne. But we have one mistake. And if I know wrong, was the first one. Okay, what happened? What could be the mistake? One of the ones related to meat is the mistake. Okay, I will show you. When we say something that you can measure, you are talking about chicken, pork, that could be fish, or you can be, what else? What is missing? Chicken, pork, meat, right? In general. Okay. But that's something that you buy, and you buy one, let me show you. That you buy at the supermarket and you say, I want 1 pound of chicken, or two pounds of fish. Yes, you can say fish. You buy it, but you cannot see how many you have in the bag, right? So that's why you have to measure. But when you talk about some specific type of meat and they are divided, they become countable, like this one. Sausages. Okay, can I count how many sausages do I have in this pan? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many do I have? Do we have?
Sería one pound.
No. How many? In the picture, how many you can count? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5, exactly. Because they are separated, you can count it. If you can count it, it's a countable. It doesn't matter, it's meat. Que sea carne, no quiere decir que siempre va a ser incontable. Si la tenemos separada, la podemos contar. I can count how many sausages are in the picture. Exactly, because you have the unit. So in this exercise, sausages is meat. The meat inside of the sausages is uncountable, but I can count the sausages. So it is...
Sí, porque, sí, porque digamos, vaya, por ejemplo, puede llegar alguien a comprar y decir one pound meat o ¿cómo se llama? O 2 filetes de carne, no necesariamente la libra.
Yes, that's one. They could be both. You can use both. So in this case, sausages is countable. And uncountable, pasta is uncountable. And pure juice is?
Teacher, y yogurt
It's uncountable.
también es countable, ¿verdad?
No, it's uncountable. Why?
Se pueden contar
aunque
las
venga separado
botellas
en
de yogur.
botellitas.
Sí.
Because you
Pero
have
el yogur
creamy. Exactly, because it's a
el
creamy
líquido.
creamy substance. Yes, that's why it's inside of this category. Okay, guys. Every single uncountable can be countable if you use this. A measuring unit. I can say there are water, but I can say there is a bottle of water, for example. In that situation, I can count the water, the bottle, but because I'm counting the bottle of water. So every single uncountable can be countable if you use this. A piece of, a slide of. Miriam, help me with the next two.
A kilo of.
A kilo of.
A box of.
Yes, exactly. Alexa, the next one.
No se ve la letra, teacher. Súbalo un poquito. Ahí está.
Ay. Okay. Alexa.
A cup of.
Next.
A glass of.
Exactly. Okay. Vladimir.
A bottle of and a bag of.
Yes, pretty good. Now, Beatriz.
Y eso no sé cómo se pronuncia, teacher.
The word packet. Packet.
Okay. A packet of and a pint of.
Okay. Then, Patty.
Thank you. A laptop. Así es.
Yes, a lot of.
Sí. La siguiente.
Yes.
A tube of.
Yes, a tube of. Okay. Then, Carla.
A heart of and a tin of.
Yes.
Teacher, una cuestión. Para decir miel.
Honey.
It's countable or not countable?
No countable. Because it's creamy. It's sticky. So it's
better off.
Pero si lo ponemos en la botella, sí sería contable. Si están, digamos, en un recipiente, poco de miel, ahí sí no es
Mhm.
is accountable. Pero
Yes.
si ya lo ponemos en la botella, ya cuando la venden, por ejemplo,
Uh-huh.
sería countable.
Yes, that will be
Para
the con.
entenderle más a lo que estábamos.
Yes, that's exactly, that's the idea. If you put it
Okay.
inside of something, you can count it because you are counting the container. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando lo ponemos en el contenedor, lo que están contando en realidad no es el alimento o el sustantivo, porque no solo es con comida, es con todo, sino que me están contando el contenedor. Mhm. That's
Okay.
why, exactly. That was a good example. Okay. Yes. Now let's see. Miriam, help me with the next.
A bowl of, a can of,
Yes. Okay. Then Tatiana.
A carton of, a jar
A
of.
jar. A jar of. Yes. And let's see, Salvador.
Yes, teacher.
Tell me the right.
A dozen, a meter of.
Yes. Okay. And they're missing two. Alexa.
A pile of, a basket of.
Yes. Pretty good. And let's see, Mitzi, help me with the last two.
A bar of, a bunch of.
Yes. Okay. So guys, that's the idea, like the example of honey that we have. That's basically what happened. If you use one of these measuring units, you can count them. But if you talk about just the noun, like alone, no, they are not countable because just seeing, just looking the noun, you cannot count how much you have about them. So that's why they are uncountable. So guys, for tomorrow class, we're going to start with a dynamic related to this with countable and uncountable to help you to review. And we are going to study some quantifiers. They are some expressions that you can use with countables and uncountables to talk about that one, quantities. Okay, guys, so we're going to stop here for today class, and thanks for connect. I hope to see you tomorrow too.
Thank you,
Thank you,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you all.
Tomorrow.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher. See
Bye.
you tomorrow.
See you.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
great night.
Bye, teacher.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Teacher,
nice
nos
day.
manda al WhatsApp.
Take care, you too. Yes, tell me.
Nos manda al WhatsApp la presentación.
Yes, of course, today. Okay.
Good night.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.